Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This is of the movie I've been waiting to do for a while from 1985. You won't believe what's playing at the American Drive-In from 1985. 86 minutes long. I want to do this one. It's been a while since I've seen it, so bear with me. Here we go. This is an unknown cast because I never heard of half of these people, so this needs a Blu-ray so it could be restored, it could be fully restored, in HD, like they did with a lot of 80s films. Here we go. This sounds like the Footloose theme. At her leg. Man, it's been years since I've seen this movie. Many years. Hmm. Hmm. I miss old school cinema like this where there was no CG, it's just people being people. When you have people on the screen, not just a bunch of, green screen. Mm-hmm. Always keep your eyes on the road, people. Kind of a laugh at it. He looks like Steve Martin in Little Shop of Horrors. Danny Nucci, I know him, but he's like one of the few actors I know in this movie. Good morning, Cinema Fan, 2007. And that it sounds just like the Footloose theme because this came out after Footloose. So Paul Sabu, yeah, going to the theater feels natural. This film is like one of those 70s and 80s exploitation films that they put in the drive-in back in the day. Krishna Shah directed this movie. A bucket of KFC fried chicken. Yep. Some early product placement. That chicken looks good, man. You get it? The family is fat. Hot people smoke weed all the time. Still holds up. Yeah, it's definitely. It looks like a film. That word did not age well. Hold on. I'm going to pause it for a second because I got to throw out this banana. That banana was getting rotten. Okay, back to the movie. Get some water. Plenty of water to drink. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in many years, so I wanted to rewatch it since I didn't get to do it for an American holiday. Back to the movie. Ugh. A prize is roses. I mean, if it was a new car or something. Hard Dog Zombies 1 and 2. Door Price. It's a pink Cadillac. Yeah, this guy's nuts, guys. It was a long week for me. Thankfully, the weekend is it's just started, and I'm going to stay home today. That's why I'm doing a podcast today. Cute. I know that little person. I know. Writers, SAG members. This feels like a 50s movie. I saw Meg 2 last night, so it was fun. It is what it is, guys. I had fun in the theater watching a monster movie. Monster movies weren't meant for critics. They hate them. They don't like having fun. They want to see a boring 3 hour movie like Oppenheimer instead. I want to have fun in the theater. I don't want to be bored out of my mind. Because after Eternals, I can't sit through another movie that long. Mama. So Meg 2 this Wednesday. I agree that it was as fun as the Sharknado movies. Yeah, it's not deep. It's a mindless fun, a mindless entertainment that really works for me. That's why I made my. It's going to crack my top 10 because of all the summer movies that I saw in the theater, and some of them were good that were just too long. This one was the perfect running time for something under 2 hours, and I haven't seen that since Mario. Every movie after that was overly long. Even the ones I enjoyed, Guardians 3, The Flash, uh, Indiana Jones, Mission Impossible, they were all over 2 hours. They didn't need to be. Next week I'll possibly do the Mario podcast because I couldn't. My DVD didn't come in the mail yet, so I gotta wait. Yikes! There's always a douche at the drive-in. There's some crazy characters in this movie. Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark. You're in my space. Yeah, this is an R-rated movie. It's not for kids. And those are real cars, not like Fast and the Furious. Man, I haven't been to a drive-in theater since I was 7 years old in 1992. Hmm, that's a good line. What movie did you see in the drive-in? Honey, I Blew Up the Kid. The second Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie. Yeah, that's the guy's job. Put on the ring. Put a ring on it. Movie starting. That guy was in Ghoulies too. So I know the little person in the movie, and Danny Nucci. I think he's the father of his son, Danny Nucci Jr. His music is banging. I miss film, real film, not everything being digital, because I go see actual films in the theater. Ooh, man. It's like a country Greg Grunberg from Force Awakens. Oh, a swastika. Don't worry, you're not gonna see anything, guys. I don't want to show any insignias in any of my videos. I'll get flagged. That's why there's no insignias in this room. There's only posters. Look, I put my posters up of Captain Marvel and Endgame right there. So I'll give you a tour of my room once it's done. Ugh. You get it? These people are fat, so they eat everything. They bought like a whole dinner on a table. Damn. I'm glad I'm not that fat. This movie's weird, but it's definitely not a film you would see today. Who wants to go to the theater to see a drama, see a bunch of people's problems? I don't want to see that. I- Why do deaf people go to the theater or old people that can't hear? Not me. I hear everything that's on the big screen. Nazi zombies. Yeah, that's what the hard rock zombies are. I mean, I don't want to look at it. It's not gross. Every man has one. I don't like people that do that. Then they narrate the entire film. No, I can hear narration in the theater in the movie. I don't need to hear your narration. This is a podcast, so this doesn't count. This looks like a George Romero film, like the Hard Rock Zombies. Yeah, it looks like when he did Night of the Living Dead or Dawn of the Dead, where they have that blue makeup. Yeah, low budgets can make great films, guys. You don't need a $200 million budget. Meg 2 costs 129 million. It's going to kill in China. It's going to make so much money there because the Asians have things to do in the film. They're not just in the background like most of them. Anarchy. I've seen deaf people going to see the Meg 2. Yeah, why do people with disabilities go to the theater? Why bring a baby to the theater? Yeah, I thought the baby was going to ruin the film, but no. The mom took the baby out and I was able to enjoy the last act. Why didn't you just leave the baby at home or with a babysitter? Why must these parents bring babies to the movie theater. It wasn't even a kids film. It was a PG-13 film. That I would understand for Ninja Turtles or something like that, but for Meg 2, yeah, shame on you, parents doing that. Leave your babies at home with a babysitter or with a guardian. Don't bring them to the theater. This is why most Broadway shows don't allow babies in their shows because they make noise and it ruins the experience. We're about a third of the way through the running time. I do like that it's in one location in the drive-in. So just like in Meg 2, most of the movie is on the water, like Aquaman. It's only on land in a couple of scenes, but it's mostly in the water. So I like that it's in one location. For Karen, wink, wink, Josh. For I can't see anything. If people have a disability, so they should go to specialized theaters that have closed captioning or hearing devices or something like that or lower sound. Because when they go to Regal, I'm like, why are you going to make noise? Good thing when they had the handicapped people, they went to Haunted Mansion, so I didn't have to deal with them. I remember Michelob's. Yeah, I don't drink because I want to keep my brain power. No, some people are not alcoholics. Yeah, and I went at night because I had to. They weren't giving the Meg during the day. It was at 4, but I didn't want to go that early. I went at 7 p.m. Hmm. Who's that? Danny Trejo. It's Sting from Adam's Family. Why? I want to watch the movie. I don't want to grope somebody when I'm watching a movie. When I go to the drive-in or any theater, I want to see the film. I don't want to caress. We can get a room for that. It's a rubber hand. Let me check my Facebook for a second. Why? It's not a kid. He's not a kid. Again, weed is not illegal anymore. Back in the 80s, it was. Now you can smoke it in front of a cop and they won't care as long as you're not hurting anybody else. But I don't want to smell that. People smoke it because they're depressed or something. I don't know. It's a fun idea to see this again. Who sees a movie at a drive-in on top of their car? It's dangerous. Kids, narcs. Like a music video. Yeah, he almost. With the Marvels, I hope that there's no babies or people that can't see, don't want to, they're not there to see the film because I'm going full swing. Yes, there's stereotypes in the movie too, but I'm not going to talk about them. They're not in the film that much. It was the 80s. There were effeminates back then too. Hold on. If this movie was made today, they would have had too many stereotypes. Yeah, there's some archetypes here. There's the greaser bullies. There's the gay couple, which I again not gonna say nothing. And there's some minorities, but not a lot. They're old. They're old women. They're not gonna push drugs. Lay's potato chips. Some product placement, yeah. Look, there's a cow. There's no one in there with him. He's all. Yeah, this guy was in Return of the Jedi. He has a Return of the Jedi bag in there. The only Star Wars product placement in this movie because Disney didn't own it yet. Now they want to own everything, and look what happened. Yeah, here comes a guy trying to exploit a couple banging. This is an invasion of privacy, by the way. It's a T-shirt of Return of the Jedi. Moo. At least this movie doesn't have forced product play. No, it's not forced. It's in the background. It doesn't interrupt the movie. Watch this. If I heard that in the theater, If I heard that in the theater, I would be laughing. I know. You're a perv. See, I'm not gonna do that, Josh. I'm not gonna exploit somebody. A couple. Going at it for my entertainment because I will get flagged. Yeah, they're showing him eating a cow, and they're like, "Oh, baby," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's laughable. That is laughable." If I heard that in the theater, I would laugh. I would. What? I know. See, this is why they don't show adult films in the theater anymore because, imagine if you took your kids to something like this or to like Blonde. Yeah, it the reactions are funny, man. She's 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 dry humping him. Yeah. People do this nowadays. It's called the internet, dude. In the privacy of your own home. You do this in the theater in like the Animal Draft House. If I was watching a movie and then a bunch of moaning happened and it's not an R-rated film, that would be really embarrassing. I would either be laughing hysterically or be like really embarrassed. Yep, climax. That's why people get a room, private room. No one wants to hear in the theater because sometimes I've made noises in the theater, but not because of that. That was a really strange scene. Again, I'm glad I'm wearing headphones because if I played that on YouTube, they will flag my video because it will like you can't have that. I'm like because you can't show adult themes on a YouTube video, so you can't hear a thing. YouTube, I can though. You got to think about it. Hmm. I can mute this part. It's in German. I don't want to hear the Nazi language. Yeah, just to save myself some sanity. Here come the guys, the greasers. Yep, they kidnapped the girl. Of course, you left her alone. And now the film becomes a rescue mission. Those are pictures of them. Yeah, rest in peace. I know. I agree with that old lady. Movies were better when they hadn't have to preach or hit you over the head with something. They zombies. Yeah, those are probably the worst characters in the movie. Why? Because air. You're a man. Hmm. Hmm. We're 50 minutes in, so we're about halfway through. More than halfway. I miss the old days when movies didn't have to pander. Exactly. There's a swing set outside of the theater, the drive-in. Again, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Maybe. There's masks on the wall. Not COVID masks, like masks to cover your eyes. Who wears that much clothes? Nope. And leave. It was like John Cena. Yeah, but Cena was like a kid in 1985. Cena was like an older teen. He was like an older kid. Cena. It's like 10 or something like that. Yeah, like 8 or 9 or 10, something like that. Yeah. This looks like a white Pedro Pascal with a greaser hair. There it is. He's grabbing. Again, they would never do a scene like this in a comedy today because it would be called because feminists would just lose their minds. It was the 80s, guys. It was a different time, but they don't show much. This isn't like I Spit on Your Grave where it happens a lot. No, this again, you're not going to see that in a movie today. There's a double. How long is this movie? Hard Rock Zombie. What is this? Oppenheimer? 3 hours? I couldn't do it. I couldn't do Barbieheimer. I'm not interested in Barbie because I'm a guy, and Oppenheimer is too long. Both of them combined is about 5 hours. Yeah, 4 or 5 hours. That's way too long. Yes, thank you. Some action. Yep, an action scene. It's not really an action movie. It's more like a goofy comedy, but then this it takes a dark turn in the third act. If I am I gonna put this on my best list of the '80s? No, but it's an underrated movie, I think, because it get like a 4 point something on IMDb. It's not that bad. There's things in it that are not perfect. There's things that people are gonna get offended by, but oh, zombie Hitler. These makeup effects are great. A tape. Remember VHS tapes? Yeah, I remember them. She's charging him for. Your Comic Con posted what? I hope not everything's sold out because I know it's coming. Yeah, wait till he sees his dad, getting it on. Oh, a self-eating zombie. Oh, an intermission. Yes, Josh. Intermissions should happen because if movies are 3 hours, you need a break to stretch your legs. No, intermissions. I go to the bathroom or something. I did when I saw Toy Story. It was pretty much the end credits. I went to the bathroom. It's almost 11 o'clock. She's bringing a gun to protect herself. Yeah. She gave him $1. That was nice. That was nice of her to do that. That was cute. That was nice for her to do that. Well, it's, one of the people at when I went to see Quantumania, they did the same thing for me. They refunded my money. That was nice of them to do, even though it was a mistake. But Yeah, they did a similar movie to this. It was called Chillerama, where the whole movie takes place in a drive-in, but it's a lot grosser. If I do that one, I'll do that one in October. Yeah, you're a drunk. The old guy's peeking. A blow-up doll. Ugh. Man, the '80s were a time, man. Yeah, weed. Yep, freeze, sucker. We're an hour and 12 minutes in, so we're almost done. Freeze. Discount Alex Winter. she got them all right. Yep, she got him. She should have shot them. They just beat him up. They didn't shoot him. Hey. Morphine? Put this over here. Again, they would not do a movie like this today because it will be very one-sided, if you know what I mean. Man, this guy's the definition of an incel. Even though these villains are scumbags, these actors do a really good job for what they have to do. Here comes the third act. It's like a Fast and the Furious movie, but with a lower budget. You know, like Tokyo Drift. I'll take the villains in this movie any day over the High Evolutionary. Yeah, they're not overacting. There's some yelling, but it's only out of anger. That guy yells everything at the end of the movie. He's like Kang if he couldn't control his temper. This film did not have a big budget, you could tell, but it's real people in a real location. I missed that. Now everything has to look like a CGI cartoon. I mean, Meg 2, they really were on the water, so I'm going to say that at least, but it didn't look like a cartoon because the movie is a monster movie. It is what it is, and it's fun. I had a lot of fun. They used the big budget to their advantage. It didn't look like a CGI cartoon like Avatar. I liked when movies tried, when they used the budgets to their advantage instead of just throwing it on the screen and just to show a CG. No, those are best. It's weed. They're not spices. It's weed, which is legal now. In the 80s and the 90s, no, you had weed that arrest you. Now people use it all the time. I mean, they were smoking weed on the beach, which is weird. The film was almost over. Once I turn 18, I'll make sure not to smoke weed. Never, never touch it. It'll ruin your brain. Yep, you're not going to see this on the news now because so there's a motorcycle conveniently outside of the hospital. Hmm. And I like these characters mostly, even though they're paper thin. You know, is that guy wearing a British flag? Yeah. No thanks. This movie is not like Children of the Corn 666 when I had to have a pacing of a snail. No, it's not like that. That movie was a 90s film that's boring. This is not boring. It's stimulating, to say the least. I'm glad I'm doing this movie. It's something different. Mm. It's a good fight at the end. I can see what's going on. It's not heavily edited. This guy deserves what he gets. Justice. No, Hmm. She missed. She got driven to the brink. That's right, runaway greaser Pedro Pascal. Hmm. Or Black Widow. Oh yeah, definitely. And as long as it's not a documentary or exploitation, I'd rather see something. I'd rather see something entertaining like Sharks than to deal with the writer strike. Just saying, guys. Sharks don't have to go on strike. They always. It's a fun movie. It's a fun movie. I liked rewatching it. She didn't kill an innocent, not an innocent man. That was American Drive-In. Fun movie. I hadn't seen it in a long time. Yeah, that was Danny Nucci. That's the father of his son, Danny Nucci Jr. Yeah, it's a fun movie. I would recommend you guys watching at least one. I hope that the writer's strike will end later this year. I hope so because I'm going to Comic Con regardless. Because I waited so long to go to Comic Con again after last year. So that's American Drive-In. If you can watch this movie, watch it. It's worth a watch. Thanks for watching. Cinema fan because most of my friends were asleep. So, but thanks for watching anyway. And I'll see you guys in the next podcast, hopefully this weekend or next week. See you later, guys. Acknowledge me.